really quiet because it's super early. I try not to wake anybody up. But I'm off to Norfolk Arena now in the 350Z for the first drift day. So I'm already running late, so I'm going to get on. See you there. Sorry, neighbours. It's sort of like a social distancing day, so obviously they're parked like bays apart, so sort of to keep us all apart and keep to the guidelines and everything. So I'm not going to speak on camera too much, just stood about because I look like a crazy person. So yeah, time to come back. So I'm just in the queue waiting to go out for the first time. As always, I've forgotten to put cameras on the car, so I'll come in after this one and put some cameras on the car if all goes well. Fingers crossed. So that was pretty good. It ripped, like, easy. So I went out on 18s, 265s on my first go at about 35 psi, and it just flew around. It was really, really good. So I think my only problem today is going to be I haven't got enough tyres, because that kind of nailed most of the inner edge already. So I'll chuck some cameras in the car and get some footage, because I don't think today's going to last very long. So after one session at Norfolk, which is maybe about 4 or 5 laps maybe, so I'm back to the tyre. So I think it's safe to say we need an alignment pretty quickly. So I'm not putting up with that for very long. So I'm going to try flipping them like side to side and see if I can maybe make it last a little bit longer. So I'll put this one on the side that doesn't wear as much, and then I'll go and get the tyres flipped round so we can use this part of the tyre. What a ball ache. Funny thing is, it has actually got arms on it, so it can be aligned. So I don't know really why it's running so much camber, but we'll sort that out. I guess I should also point out that these tyres are like pretty old and knackered, so I think I got them to put on the Skyline when it went on the dyno, some like worn road tyres that are big, and I think they're a bit old, and that's why they've like sort of chewed up really quickly. So that was a decent session. Got a little bit excited though, because I was planning on actually flipping them tyres around and trying to send them again, but have a look. So I'm not too sure if we'll be flipping them around or not. We'll see. Excuse the state of this. I think I might have overreacted on the tyre front. The 88s are lasting okay.
After 2 sessions on them, I think. So yeah, I think the old tyres were just a bit shit.
So it's hard for me to get like a whole lot of external footage today. So here's the queue. I've got nobody here with me to take any videos of anything, so hence just the in-car stuff. So obviously Max Cotton's here. He's testing his, well, 2020 car, but now 2021 car, I guess. It's going pretty well. It's got an LS3 in it, so it's good to see him ripping around. He's only 15 years old, so he's doing really, really well in this. So I think at this stage in the day, selfie type videos are probably going to stop now because my face is really mucky and my hair's horrendous, so I'm not going to put you guys through all that. But it's all going really well. It's about 3:30 now, so I think one of my friends, Colt Harvey, bought some tyres up for me because I ran out practically straight away. So thank you, Colt. And I'm just going to kill these tyres off and then, I don't know, maybe pack up and go home. It's been seat time city, so I don't really feel the need to stay here for a million hours. So well done, Norfolk Arena drift people. Put on a good day. Good social distancing too. We're very good at social distancing here, so well done. So that's the first outing in the 350Z done. It was really successful time out. Nothing broke at all on the car, which is brilliant for a first go. It's always a fun time going to Norfolk Arena as well. I love the guys there. It's like super chilled out, really friendly, and they did really well with the whole social distancing thing that we have to do now at practice days. So well done to the guys for that. The only thing that I was keeping an eye on really with the car was the oil pressure gauge, because I don't have an oil cooler on it yet. So I was a little bit wary that the oil might be getting hot. So I was sort of constantly looking at the pressure gauge to see if it was dipping too low or anything like that. But I was coming in quite often, letting it cool down because it was a really hot day. So the next thing on the list really is a thermostatic oil cooler. So that's kind of number one for before I take it drifting again. Also on the list is some rack spacers. So 350Z lock is pretty awful standard. It caught me out a couple of times, but generally it was actually fine. Like you learn to drive around it after a little while. So going from Geo Masters on the Skyline to this with standard lock was quite interesting, but by the end of the day you just get used to it. So yeah, some rack spacers, going to chuck them on there, get an alignment done. Obviously you want to take some camber out of the back wheels. As you could see in the video, the tyres were wearing quite unevenly, so going to get an alignment sorted on it. Decided that I'm actually going to start running new tyres now, because I really struggled to even fit 4 wheels in here, and I quite like to be able to just jump in the car and just go to an event and drive there and drive home. It's a lot of effort sort of getting the tow car out the trailer and all of that, so it's nice just to be able to jump in it and go. So the tyres I'm looking at using next are maybe Zestinos. They're quite well known for good wearing and also good grip as well. So I'm looking at the hard compound Zestinos. So we'll give them a go on the next time out, I think. Probably going to stick with a 265. It handled it quite well having big tyres on it, so I think if we run a slightly bigger tyre it might not wear as quickly. We'll try that out, so who knows. So we'll get some of them ordered for the next time, and the next time out is actually at Teesside, booked on, I think it's the 18th of July. They're doing a weekender there, so I'll be driving on the Saturday and then having a good social with everybody all weekend. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and getting back out in the car. So that's it for this video. If you've got any tips or tricks for 350Z setups, then do let me know in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.